Hello, Tamara Green here for A Course in Miracles lesson number 95. Okay, we're going to have our feet together and facing forward, our shoulders forward, head forward. The only thing that's going to move is the torso back and forth. By as quickly as you can, move your hips back and forth. We're going to do it for the count of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Faster. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. And then throw your arms down a few times. Getting some blood circulating out your body in a really fast way. I love doing that one. It makes me laugh. All right, A Course in Miracles. Now I'm out of breath. 95. Lesson 95. I am oneself united with my Creator. Today's idea accurately describes you as God created you. You are one within yourself and one with Him. Yours is the unity of all creation. Your perfect unity makes change in you impossible. You do not accept this, and you fail to realize it must be so only because you believe that you have changed yourself already. You see yourself as a ridiculous parody on God's creation. Weak, vicious, ugly, and sinful, miserable, and beset with pain. Such is your version of yourself, a self divided into many warring parts, separate from God, and tenuously held together by its erratic and a capricious maker to which you pray. It does not hear your prayers, for it is deaf. It does not see the oneness in you, for it is blind. It does not understand you as the Son of God, for it is senseless and understands nothing. We will attempt today to be aware only of what can hear and see and what makes perfect sense. We will again direct our exercises toward reaching your one self, which is united with its Creator. In patience and in hope, we try again today. The use of the first 5 minutes of every waking hour for practicing the idea for the day has special advantages at this stage of learning in which you are at present. It is difficult at this point not to allow your mind to wander if it undertakes extended practice. You have surely realized this by now. You have seen the extent of your lack of mental discipline and of your need for mind training. It is necessary that you be aware of this, for it is indeed a hindrance to your advance. Frequent but shorter practice periods have other advantages for you at this time. In addition to recognizing your difficulties with sustained attention, you must also have noticed that unless you are reminded of your purpose frequently, you tend to forget about it for long periods of time. You often fail to remember the short applications of the idea for the day, and you have not yet formed the habit of using the idea as an automatic response to temptation. Structure, then, is necessary for you at this time. Plan to include frequent reminders of your goal and regular attempts to reach it. Regularity in terms of time is not the ideal requirement for the most beneficial form of practice in salvation. It is advantageous, however, for those whose motivation is inconsistent and who remain heavily defended against learning. We will therefore keep to the 5 minutes an hour practice periods for a while and urge you to omit to omit as few as possible. Using the first 5 minutes of the hour will be particularly helpful since it imposes firmer structure. Do not, however, use your lapses from the schedule as an excuse not to return to it again as soon as you can. There may well be temptation to regard the day as lost because you have already failed to do what is required. This should, however, merely be recognized as what it is, a refusal to let your mistake be corrected and an unwillingness to try again. The Holy Spirit is not delayed in his teaching by your mistakes. He can't be held back. He can be held back only by your unwillingness to let them go. Let us therefore be determined, particularly for the next week or so, to be willing to forgive ourselves for our lapses in diligence and for our failures to follow the instructions for practicing the day's idea. This tolerance for weakness will enable us to overlook it rather than give it power to delay our learning. If we give it power to do this, we are regarding it as strength, and we are confusing strength with weakness. When you fail to comply with the requirements of this course, you have merely made a mistake. This calls for correction and nothing else. To allow a mistake to continue is to make additional mistakes based on the first and reinforcing it. It is this process that must be laid aside, for it is but another way in which you would defend illusions against the truth. Let all these errors go by recognizing them for what they are. They are attempts to keep you unaware. You are one self, united with your Creator, at one with every aspect of creation, and limitless in power and in peace. This is the truth, and nothing else is true. Today we will affirm this truth again and try to reach the place in you in which there is no doubt that only this is true. Begin the practice periods today with the assurance offered to your mind with all the certainty that you can give. I am one self, united with my Creator, at one with every aspect of creation, and limitless in power and in peace. Then close your eyes and tell yourself again slowly and thoughtfully, attempting to allow the meaning of the words to sink into your mind, replacing false ideas. I am one self. Repeat this several times and then attempt to feel the meaning that the words convey. You are one self, united and secure in light and joy and peace. You are God's Son, one self, with one Creator and one goal, to bring awareness to this oneness to all minds, that true creation may extend the allness and the unity of God. You are one self, complete and healed and whole, with power to lift the veil of darkness from the world and let the light in you come through to teach the world and the truth about yourself. You are one self in perfect harmony with all there is and all that there will be. You are one self, the Holy Son of God, united with your brothers in that self, united with your Father in His will. Feel this one self in you and let it shine away all your illusions and your doubts. This is yourself, the Son of God Himself, sinless as its creator, with His strength within you and His love forever yours. You are one self, and it is given you to feel this self within you and to cast all your illusions out of the one mind that is this self, the holy truth in you. Do not forget today, we need your help, your little part in bringing happiness to all the world. And heaven looks to you in confidence that you will try today. Share then, it's surely, for it is yours. Be vigilant Do not forget today. Throughout the day, do not forget your goal. Repeat today's idea as frequently as possible and understand each time you do so, someone hears the voice of hope, the stirring of the truth within the mind, the gentle rustling of the wings of peace. Your own acknowledgement, you are one self united with your Father, is a call to all the world to be at one with you. To everyone you meet today, be sure to give the promise of today's idea and tell him this: you are one self with me, united with our Creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am and what He is, who loves us both as one. So 75 is I am one self, united with my Creator. Wow. Beautiful. It's inspiring and true. So I was, people like to send me TikTok, the little short videos from TikTok. And I heard one today, and oh my goodness, I don't think I remember the person who was saying this, but it was just simply beautiful. He was talking about how we shout, we're loud, we're not very quiet, especially, when we're just trying to get our point across or an opinion out there, whatever. And he was talking about how because we're talking so loud, it sort of represents this belief that our hearts are very separate from one another. And we have to just, be louder than the next person in order for, that heart to actually hear what this heart is trying to say. So when we believe in separation, we shout louder, talk louder, think even louder, right? However, if you've ever been with your loved one, or maybe your pet, when you just, or even with a baby, perfect example is with a baby, and you just feel this love and this union together, our hearts come together as one. And sometimes there are no words needed at all. We don't need to say anything, and we completely feel the truth about each other. We see who we are and who they are. We feel the love, and we feel the truth, and we feel the oneness. So it's from that place of true oneness. The Creator is, all of this, and we're within the Creator, all as one, but believing that we're separate. I am one self, united with my Creator, and therefore even united with all my brothers and sisters, and the animal kingdom and the earth and everything, because all of it is encapsulated by our Creator. And everything that does not allow me to see that and feel that as truth, am I willing to let that go? Yes. May you be well. May you feel safe. And may you be at peace. I'll see you tomorrow.